Well, I thought it was a great address. It was his last State of the State address, and he obviously wanted to make it inspirational for the members of the General Assembly to really understand the task that we're about to embark on. And I don't know that any General Assembly has ever seen a situation that we're about to go into with the economy the way it is, with unemployment where it is, and some of the challenges that we face. And I think what the governor was looking for was, instead of laying out his plan, was to say, look, we're all in this together. We have to rise to meet this challenge. And I thought it was a great speech, and I appreciate it. Well, we're going to address the shortfalls the same way that every Georgia family is having to address their shortfalls. They sit around the kitchen table, they figure out their priorities, and they figure out what they can afford to cut. We're not going to raise taxes. That's not part of our plan here. We're going to do what Georgia families have to do and meet their obligations and balance their budget. But I would say that I don't know that that's necessarily the toughest thing we're going to do this year. It's tough, no question about it. Again, these are historically low numbers. But I think the toughest thing we're looking at is how do we create the environment where Georgia's economy can grow and grow at a rapid rate. And that's really our biggest challenge, because if we don't grow this economy, if we don't create jobs, we're going to be back in this situation next year and the year after and the year after. So our challenge is to fix this in the long term, and the way you do that is to grow the pie, grow the economy, and make Georgia a stronger economic state. Well, I think what we'll see in transportation, again, is the plan that's been talked about for a number of years, and that is allowing counties or regions to have the opportunity to address their transportation issues at the local level, much that we do with the SPLOST when we put those things on the ballot, that people get the opportunity to vote on them. I think we'll probably go down that path again with transportation. It seems to be the most transparent and easy to understand way to finance government. It's something we need to do, but really, again, the number one issue, how do we create jobs? How do we grow this economy? How do we fix Georgia's education system so we have that base long term? In transportation, one of the big issues, but not the biggest. Well, we've also got the situation with water. And this is not one that typically makes the headlines, because people just simply expect they turn on the faucet, water is going to be there. But based on some recent court rulings, that may not be the case. So it is extremely important that we deal with the water issue. The judge wants to see us making a good faith effort. So beyond the litigation and the negotiation, we actually need to have some legislation. That legislation needs to be creating and expanding our reservoir system.